Check? Mic check? Okay, okay, now we're working. I'm yelling in the mic. Holy guacamole. What a day. Look at this. Caution. This is caution to the short sellers right here. I would like to express caution to anybody betting against this stock right now. That's why I'm wearing this. And by the way, the king himself, Roaring Kitty, is streaming tomorrow. What a time to be alive. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I didn't even plan to stream, but I got home. You know what? We're streaming. It got to make some time. Things are absolutely crazy right now. The gamma ramp on the options chain is absolutely loaded. It's absolutely nuts. We're rocking and rolling. And again, caution to the short sellers. Caution to those betting against GameStop. You can go ahead and keep betting against them if you want to. If you're gonna, so be it. Let it be. I can't stop you, right? At the end of the day, but whether you're watching this live or watching this back, thank you so much for being here. Whether you've been here a short while or a long while, this has been quite the journey. There's been absolutely so much going on with this stock, with this company, and look at the after hours. Holy crap, this is crazy. And look, we're going to get to this. All right. The chart here. I want to get the chat real quick. We get settled in. I can only go for a little bit, but I got to tell you guys, I work at 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. The market opens at 9:30, and I'm working from home. So I'm going to stream from, let's say, 8:30 tomorrow morning. Look out for that until market open until maybe 10 o'clock or so. And holy crap, look at that volume. Absolutely crazy, right? So much going on right now. What's up? Oh my God, crazy. And yo, Dirty Bird, my man, you're so good to me, brother. You're literally so, so good to me, brother. What a time to be alive. I'm guessing you got some calls or something. This is a crazy, crazy market we're in, right? What's up, Ted? Abe, hope you're doing well. What up, what up? King Touch on the building. Hey, Ryan, what up? You're your king yourself. Dirty Bird, let's go. Jesse, you, what up, what up? About to go bananas in here. Aerith, I see what you did there because there's a certain individual, I call him Rick of Spades 2.0, that apparently, as Greg put it, or someone put it, I think Whoosh, I don't know, someone on X put, someone just put up breaking, someone just stuck a banana in their palm due to GameStop passing 50. Someone else put, someone just put a banana where the sun doesn't shine. I think that's a better way to put it, but damn, bro, Dirty Bird 3 did shirts with GME. Yes, thank you, Scott. Thank you, Scott. You're such a good man. And Dirty Bird, you're a great, great fellow, for real. I bought 130 shares at 64.22. Praying tomorrow, Lambo. Spearminty, listen, if you're trading this thing, you got to be careful. There's going to be volatility. I'll tell you right off the bat here, expect everything and anything tomorrow. We've seen all kinds of craziness in the stock. I've seen so much in holding the stock for several years now, so many ups and downs. So just be ready for anything and everything. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, listen, tomorrow, I think it's going to be crazy, but again, try our best to temper expectations. From being here a long time, I know things can change very quick, right? So crazy. Ignition above 80 to 100. Fresh Maker, what up, what up? Thank you for being here. Let me make sure I got the all chat on so I hit as many chat messages as I can. But it seems like 80 is the spot, right? Because if you look at pre-market from earlier this month, the very tip top was $80 a share, the exact mark, right? Because if you look at these lines, this line down here is 77.50, this one's 75. This is an $80 line right here. Crazy. Actually crazy. And yeah, really for real guys, you guys are so awesome. Like I've I feel like a lot better at streaming than when I first started. So it's just so awesome to see so many people here along the way. You've seen me go through ups and downs, and in the beginning I was like, I don't know what to do. And now I'm out here expressing caution to the short sellers. That isn't the bubble. Someone made a bet. Scott, hey, a bet's a bet. It's crazy. I would never ever make that bet, but listen, Rick of Spades 2.0 just put a banana where the sun doesn't shine. Are we going to do this again? Did they learn the first time? Let's all get rich. Electronics, thank you for being here. And listen, it's like that SpongeBob meme. How many times we got to teach you this lesson, old man? How many times we got to teach you this lesson, old man? Crazy. Price target at 100. Hey, listen, Spearminty. At the end of the day, everyone's got to do what's best for themselves. I've been a long-term proponent of that, or that's not the right word, but you know what I'm trying to say. I've always tried to say, like, you got to do what's best for yourself as an individual. For me, I'm just a buy and hold investor. So obviously, I'm very excited right now, but I'm like, okay, things got to get, like, I'm just settling in, right? Just trying to settle in. But listen, if you're trading, there's money to be made. Don't get me wrong. But again, not for me. Although I'm not going to lie, I wish I bought a call. I wish I bought a call. And right in here, I was thinking, I'm like, this thing seems like it's going to take off. I've really moved away from calls. Maybe I should just get one, right? And I sold a put. I sold a $15 put for July, collected like $100 of premium, nothing crazy, right? And I thought to myself, maybe I should use that premium. And that's after I had sold a $12 put and the price went up a ton here, and basically, or no, I sold the $12 put back here. I closed it here, and it went. I collected like 16 premium, closed it at like $15, something like that. So I pretty much made a decent amount, and then I sold the further out put, right? And I was selling them like way below the money, so that's why it's not that much premium. And those are the first trades I've made on GameStop in a very long time. And if you're unaware, selling a put is a bullish position because if the price goes lower, then you're exercised to purchase those shares at set price. But if I had taken those collected premiums, right, like the 45 net from the first trade and the 100, maybe I should have bought just a YOLO call, right, 145, because it was covered in premiums anyway. But at the end of the day, you guys that know me know I'm really not a big trader, but I'm trying to get back into selling options a little bit. Not calls though for GameStop, but yeah, so crazy. Caution, yes sir. Caution, caution. You taking the day off tomorrow? Ryan, I wish I could, man. I really wish I could. I almost should just I'm feeling a little sick all of a sudden, guys. You guys feel that, or is it just me? But no, so I'm working at 10 though. Working at 10. Dean Flanagan, I was hoping you'd stream tonight. What's your non-financial advisor option on cash secured puts for 100? Dean, thank you for being here. Cash secured puts. What do you mean, like a Dirty Bird? So good to me, man, brother. You're literally so good. You're awesome, man. Uh, on cash secured puts for 100. If you sell like a cash secured $100 put, you're going to collect an insane amount of premium. But listen, at the end of the day, right now, getting into options, IV's insane. Selling an option, you can make a ton of premium. But again, IV's insane. And tomorrow, I expect halts. And I was saying this to a friend before. We were talking about this, a few of us on the phone. Quick group chat, quick FaceTime call on my way home. I was like, all right, we got to talk about this. What's going on, guys? Where's your head at? And we were saying, it's like, it kind of feels like, and I hope I'm wrong, it feels like, you smell that? Some bullshit coming. I don't know. Whether it be a buy button removal, elongated, I don't know. It just feels like something weird is about to happen tomorrow. We're saying maybe YouTube's gonna get doxxed, YouTube's gonna be down, right? X is gonna be down, Reddit's gonna be down. One of those, or something very bizarre, right? So again, that's just speculation, but be prepared for everything and anything. And supposedly Roaring Kitty's going live at noon Eastern time, and we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna always a good stream. JPP, what up? What up? Thank you for being here. But I'm gonna stream, say 8 to 8:30 a.m. I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna be able to go right up until 10 o'clock. So just in the market open a little bit, but then I do gotta log off and like do my job and all that. Hopefully when GameStop keeps going up, sooner or later I won't have to work and do this full time. But how do you do puts on Robinhood electronics? Honestly, I'm not even a big Robinhood guy. Like, I mean, I straight up am not a Robinhood guy, but there's a way to do it. You could also do like complex strategies on there, but I'm honestly not the right person to ask. But what a day for sure. WM, for real, for real. Listen, caution, those of you just joining, that's caution to the short sellers, let me tell you. It's good, Tetron. Nice bandana. Thank you. Super Blank, thank you for being here. I figured in honor of Roaring Kitty coming back tomorrow, I've had this caution tape for a while. I've thought of doing this, and I'm like, I'm gonna wait for the right moment. And it hit me today. I'm like, I still have that caution tape that I got from a friend of a friend's house like a year and a half ago. Because when I was like drunk with some friends. I was like, caution, and I put it on and I was like, can I take extra? And the guy's like, sure. Like he thought I was a weirdo. Maybe he thought I had like a construction project or something. I was like, no, for a future stream. And this was like a year and a half ago. I just remember I had it. So yeah, it's crazy. You just go to the option machine and do it. Dirty Bird, it's so tempting. It's so tempting, but I have so many shares at this point that I think I'm just rocking and rolling. But if we get some juicy dip, maybe. But also I understand too, if I am doing that, I'm gonna look at that money as good as gone, right? And just expect the worst. So if it does work out, it's that much more beneficial. And it's also like I'm not putting too much risk into it in any way, right? And looking at the options chain, speaking of it, for just this week, right? There's call options written all, and I think for the next couple weeks, right? Ever since we had this original run up here, and by the way, touched $80 in pre-market that day. Call options were written this following day, that Wednesday, all the way up to $120. So there's this huge gamma ramp going on right now, right? And 141,000 calls in the money, 106,000 out of the money. And here's the kicker. And look how all the puts out of the money. Hilarious. Here's the kicker. This is as of market close. This doesn't even include the after hours action. So how many more options are going in the money now? And then look at June 21st. Holy moly. And a ton of them are Roaring Kitties, like 120,000 of them, all those $20 calls, but it's more than that, right? Because there's a lot of other options on there too. And let's see. Where do we have it? Yeah, look how many calls. So many. Another 10,000 at 55, 60,000 at 50. And is this for, this is just for this week, right? This is for tomorrow. So tomorrow alone has so many calls that are going in the money now, right? 6,000, 10,000, 38,000, another 16,000 at 70 when we get there, but already 38,000 at 60. So even 60 and 50 alone have huge numbers, and 55 decent number, then 65 decent, 70 is a decent amount. And then, of course, you got the degens down here, the 128. Should I just pick up a $128 call tomorrow? No, I don't know about that. But it's crazy that they go for 60. I mean, and it's not impossible, right? I'm not saying that it's likely to happen. Let me be perfectly clear. But all I'm saying is with the nature of the stock and what's going on right now, it's not totally impossible, right? And then you go on to the next week and you look how many are going in the money. And not as many options are written at this point for next Friday, because you have to think about this week. Anyone who's buying weeklies is buying this Friday coming up, and obviously tomorrow's Friday. But then you have the 21st, and the significance of that is those are monthlies or maybe even quarterlies, right? Because with options, you have weeklies, and it's like the 4 or 5 weeks out are written, and then you also have monthlies, like once every month is written. And look, obviously this is Roaring Kitty's call. He's 120,000 of these, but there's another 29,300 that are not him. And then after that, you have quarterlies, which are every quarter. So if you zoom out, right, then you have July, that's the next monthly, August, October. So you have like the few months coming up. It's always the few weeks coming up, the few months coming up, and then beyond that you have quarterlies, and then you have yearlies. So the farthest one out, or semi-yearlies, right? Because the farthest options right now are January 2026. And see, what's crazy is ever since that initial run-up, call options are written all the way up to 125, 122, 128 on every single chain. So there's just this huge gamma ramp going on right now, for real. Yeah, but tomorrow never had an expected DFV live stream. But yeah, fucked us before. What's stopping us another time? They fucked us before. Exactly, WM. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Prepared for anything. Exit strategy. Never heard of it. I'm John Lacey. Hey, you're figuring it out, man. You're figuring it out, brother. LAC had an upgrade of $10. Then on Fidelity with another upgrade of 7, which is almost twice the close of 310. Michael Anthony. Interesting. Okay. Sure. Dirty Bird. My friend. My guy. So good to me, brother. I appreciate you so much. For real. I really am. I want to be perfectly clear. Like, I'm incredibly thankful. Like, thank you so much. Like, you're awesome. Just know that. And again, Falcons Steelers in the Super Bowl, man. Let's see it. Kirk Cousins versus Mr. Unlimited. Let's see it. Okay, yeah, LAC, listen, Michael Anthony, you could trade all you want, but honestly, I'm not interested. I got to be honest. Feels good to be a gamer. For real, Windfall, for real. I love gaming. It's awesome. It's truly like, you can't beat gamers, right? They just keep going until they get to the next level. It's crazy. Hey, does anyone know to check futures prices? WT trades, or BW trades. There's Robinhood fake hours trading right now because at this point, 8 p.m., right? You see what the stock did in the after hours. We peaked in the after hours at about 67.47, just under 67.50, maybe exactly 67.50, right? Yeah, something like that. And then we had quick move down, big move down, and bounce back. And these are 5-minute candles, by the way, in the after hours, right? Yeah, 5 minutes. So at this point, we only have, I call it fake trading. Shout out Fitzy, shout out Rabbit741 on Twitter, and Water Gale. Those guys, they call it fake trading hours, and I call it the same because it's technically not trading hours, right? It's just the Robinhood overnight trading. Sure, it's fun to watch, but I would take it with the utmost grain of salt. You're looking a bit under the weather, Tetron. Dear SGME, honestly, I think it's the yellow with like on my white skin and maybe the lighting, but honestly, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a little dehydrated, but I'm feeling all right. Although I just drank the water too fast. And that doesn't feel good. I tend to do that. I swear, it's like a genetic thing. My brother, my dad, we all do the same thing. When we drink water too fast, or too hyped up or something, we start choking on it. I mean, down the wrong pipe, it happens to everyone, but I feel like it happens way too frequently to people in my family. I'm all good, brother. Don't worry about me. I promise I'm good. Also, I did just come home. Had a busy day. I wasn't even planning the stream, but here we are. Robin said they were ready for Roaring Kitty's live stream tomorrow. Really? They did? Abe, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. And we'll see what happens, right? The rumor is this guy is going to exercise his calls in real time. I mean, that's not the rumor. That's a speculation. And that'd be crazy. Maybe he logs on and he's like, one of my friends was like, imagine he's like, What does this button do? Like, and just exercise. That'd be crazy. I mean, we'll see. I'm so curious, and I'm so curious. So many questions. Like, what's he gonna say? Is it possible? Like, don't shoot me here, right? Is he possibly going to have it pre-recorded in some way? Because if you think about it, any slight little misstep this guy makes, you have every regulator, the SEC, like all 12 agents that work for the SEC, have all eyes on him tomorrow. Like, is this meme manipulating? Is he manipulating something, right? And again, those who are just joining, this is caution to the short sellers and those betting against GameStop. Fidelity Computer Share, why DNV? They'll put till 10 a.m. The reverse calls at 10:30. I can see that, Dirty Bird. I could see an initial run up and then just flash crash. Boom, boom, halt, 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 right? Again, be prepared for everything and anything. Vlad Tennis said they are prepared for volatility in GameStop. Fresh Maker, we'll see, man. We'll see, because I think it's going to be volatile, very, very volatile. And we'll see how true that statement is, right? And we're looking at the volume here. This is pretty much as much volume as we had this same day last week. And we zoom out even further. We look at the weeklies. It seems like we're going to match the volume we had a few weeks ago, which, by the way, was the most volume we had since February 2021, even more than June 2021, which was still seeing significant price action. And look at these weekly candles. It's actually crazy. It's actually nuts. I mean, all the GameStop charts are nuts, right? Especially the short term. Look at this daily. It's huge breakout, come back down, support a little bit, start trending upwards, and then and as of right now, we're right around here as of the market close. And remember, in the pre-market trading, it was as high as like 80, which is like literally off the screen here. So, it's anybody's guess what happens tomorrow. I mean, I think regardless, again, like I said, I just have this feeling, so we're going to see some funky things tomorrow. I feel like we might see some funky things tomorrow and fishy things in some shape or form. And again, just speculation here. Never trying to give financial advice. I'm just trying to document on the story because I think it's truly incredible. I like the stock. I love Roaring Kitty, and I've met so many incredible people along the way that just so happen to also like GameStop. And like I've said before, I'll say it again. Everyone has their own cup of tea. Some people want to trade. Some people want to just invest. Some people want to do a little bit of both, and that's all right. Everyone's going to do their own thing at the end of the day. But it's important to know thyself, especially when there's like all this hype right now, all these people talking about it. You have the mainstream media talking about it. You have all these big finance accounts start talking about it out of nowhere. Are suddenly self-proclaimed experts on GameStop. And to be clear, just because I've talked about it for a long time now and been consistent in saying, okay, this is a unique risk to reward opportunity. I truly believe that. It doesn't make me an expert. It does not make me an expert. I'm simply just a regular guy, like, or gal. Like, I mean, I'm not a gal, I'm a guy. But like anyone else watching this, I'm a regular person at the end of the day, and I'm just trying to piece it together and figure it out as time goes on. And you have all these different people, right? And just to name YouTubers, we have Richard Newton, we have Morant's Rants, we got Cosmic Lightning Warrior, and there's other ones out there, right, that are touching on it a little bit. Those are the three that I know that have talked about GameStop for a long time consistently. You have people like Badass Trader, you have Platinum Sparkles, you have meme lords like Roaring Pika, you have guys like Fitzy always putting out information on X, and then you also have like White Rabbit 741. You got so many different people that do their own thing. Some of these people do options, some people just do shares, some people do a little bit of everything, some people do videos, some people just tweet stuff, right? Some people just do Reddit. You got your classic Rick of Spades, and then of course Rick of Spades 2.0. I wonder where the Rick of Spades OG is these days, right? I bet he's smiling somewhere, looking at what happened today, but. Crazy. Options are like fire, but I like fire. Hey, windfall. That's all right. And listen, what does windfall mean, right? A sudden influx of money, right? And that's kind of what a major call option is at the end of the day. So if I put till 10 a.m., the reverse to calls at 10:30. Could work. What does that mean? I have no idea what I'm doing. Is tomorrow going to pump even higher? Yes, I'm a dumb chef. I'm just trying to figure this out. Adam, listen, that's all right. And no need to call yourself dumb, man. Listen, everyone's got to start somewhere. I've said this before where I've been in the market a long time for some of my age. I'm 23, about to turn 24 this month. And I've been messing around with stocks and crypto since I was like 16. But by no means does that make me an expert. But I'm very lucky to have the experience I do for someone my age. Not a lot of people my age can say they've been in the market 8 years. And that doesn't mean like, oh yeah, like it's been going great all 8 years. I made so many mistakes and learned so many valuable lessons when I was first starting out. I feel like it really wasn't until about 2 years ago, maybe three, where I really started to realize like, okay, I think I'm starting to understand how this game works as a whole. And I can spot like bullshit pretty easily, right? In the beginning, I was trading crypto coins, I was YOLOing kinds of crazy options that I look back now and think, what was I thinking? And it's all about learning along the way. And that's the incredible part to me about this whole GameStop journey that just gets swept under the rug by the mainstream media or the outside person looking in. They don't realize so many regular people just learn so much about market mechanics and the concept and importance of investing to build long-term wealth. And people say, "Oh, well, think of GameStop, GameStop, forget GameStop, right?" But there's lots of people who started with GameStop, and if they, okay, well, my 401k is way more important than I realized. Or, oh, I didn't actually realize that this is how the markets function. Oh, this is the purpose of a market maker. Oh, this is why it's important to have a good brokerage you trust. All these different little things, right? And everyone has their own path, but I truly just think it's an incredible journey. It truly is incredibly epic. It means we're going to the moon. Hey, Jaron, your words, not mine. But again, those of you just joining, caution to the short sellers. That's what this is for. Caution to the short sellers and those betting against GameStop. GameStop. Sven, yo, what up, what up? Imagine Rory Kitty exercises live on stream tomorrow. Windfall, it'd be crazy. I'm not talking about treadmill, by the way. You're good. What a day, hey, diamond hands. Listen, Ben, these hands are made of diamond. I'm pretty sure Roaring Kitty has diamond balls, if we're being honest. After you feel under the water, you need tomorrow. Oh, dear SGME. Yes, you're right. I'm getting caught up on the chat here. I see what you're saying, brother. I'm feeling very under the weather. I think I need to be off for the day. I know. You know, it's crazy. I was almost going to take this day off in advance, because I'm going away this weekend for a friend's birthday. Nothing major. But I was like, I don't need to do it. We're going to leave at night anyway. Should I just take the day anyway? And I was like, nah, no need to. I'll save my time off. Stupid. Right? I was just saying, don't call yourself stupid. What am I doing right here? But, oh my gosh, I wish I did. But you need a Morant-style water break. I would, but I would make a huge mess here. So I'll just... Let's go! That's the best I'll give you. Practice more with beer, but I can do it with water too. It's much easier. So, do you know that he needs to fund his account with an additional 210 million in options? 210 million to exercise all his options without selling any of his current stock holdings. Jen, no, you're absolutely correct. But listen, if your pool is dark, add chemicals. If Dirty Bird, you're too funny, man. For real, you're awesome. But Jen, no, I totally understand that. I totally get that. But if he was able to accumulate the position he did in the 3 years he's gone, I don't think it's totally impossible. He has other cash, or which I think is not a terrible thing. Let's see, he just sells 20,000 of those contracts, right? He's going to get a huge premium, and then he exercises the other 100,000. He already has 30 million in the account. So if we did the math, right? If he sold them right now, let's say he sells it for 40, he sells 20,000 of them for $40 a piece. That's 800,000. I mean, that's not a huge amount, right? But and then he also has 23 million. So it's possible, or wait, no. Would that math check out? No, because yeah, he'd sell them for $40 a piece times 20,000 of them, or we should say $40 a piece, right? Initially, just starting out. $40 a piece, but they're options, so it's times 100. It's worth 100 shares times 200,000 or 20,000. He can get 80 million just from selling 20,000 calls, right? And then plus his current was like 30-ish million. Then he already has, well, that's not 30, but you see what I'm trying to say here. Then he has about 110 million. So there's the possibility of that. There's the possibility of more cash than we realize. I don't know. And again, I don't want to say like that's definitely going to happen or anything like that. But I'm just saying, like, knowing how he is and what we've seen, it just feels like that's what's happening. But again, I respect the comment, and I do want to try and namaste, temper expectations, right? And understand anything is possible. You don't truly know what's going to happen. So always be mentally prepared for everything and anything. And also, short sellers, caution to you, my friends. Caution to you. Not really my friends, but hypothetically speaking, it's worth holding. Hypothetically speaking, I'm also an ape. Sven, hypothetically speaking, I like the stock. Hypothetically speaking, I'm getting a little sick for tomorrow, right? Although maybe there's going to be crazier days in the future where I'm going to have to be sick, right? And boss, if you're watching this, I'm totally just joking. Totally jokes. So, because I can. What up? Because you can. That's right. Hypothetically speaking, what a time to be alive. Liam Kane, you're hypothetically right. And all of a sudden, a storm is brewing. It's just randomly started raining outside. So maybe a storm is brewing for the short sellers. That's all I'm saying. Breakout to the upside, largest long-term bull flag ever, as good in my opinion as a gold as the gold long-term cup and handle. And Sky, also people said the golden cross. That was also something that was thrown out there. And I think with all that, you never truly know. But yeah, look at this. It's like for the longest time we were kind of in this like falling wedge. I believe that's what people were calling it. And look, I can even do the woo. See, I'm not a big TA guy, but kind of this isn't the greatest line. We should move more down like this way. But then whoop. Got to get better at trend lines, guys. So apologize, but kind of generally like that's what people were saying, right? And this was kind of the idea of the Dorito of doom. Just throwing that on there. But again, not a big TA guy. I know the basics, like I understand the general concepts, but please don't look at those lines and go, "Oh, I need to make a trade because of that" or something like that. But textbook TA, exactly. Yes, sir. Back up to 40 and up to 80. Dirty Bird, exactly. It's crazy. Hypothetically speaking, 1/4 of net worth. I have 1/4 of my net worth. I'm also hypothetically in the military, so it's not that much. Laughing at us. Listen, Austin, thank you for your service, my friend. And also, know thyself, because 1/4 of your wealth, right? That might sound crazy, but if you have a low net worth, you're a younger individual, in the long term, you got to think about like risk versus reward. And again, everyone's going to make their own decisions. You got to make your own decisions. I'm not trying to tell you what to do in any shape or form, but you also got to look at your debt. Like you should look at yourself like a business, right? Like GameStop's improved their balance sheet. I personally, the Tetron balance sheet or the Noah balance sheet. My name is Noah, by the way. Those of you that weren't aware, the Noah balance sheet is very healthy. I've accumulated cash. I've stacked my assets very much. I paid down all my student debt. My only remaining debt, and I want to pay off my credit cards every single week. You should always use a credit card. A credit card's like a knife. If you don't know how to use it, it's dangerous. If you know how to use it, it's a great tool to get cash back, earn points, use it for traveling, etc. So credit card's like a knife. You got to know how to use it. If you know how to use it, it's a great tool for hunting, cutting your food. But if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna cut yourself, right? So if you're unable to manage your money, right, you're over aggressive with credit cards, you get burned. But credit cards are good for rewards. So the only debt I have, going past that, is just a small student loan from the government with a 2.5% interest rate. I could pay off that debt tomorrow with cash I have and a high yield savings. But why would I when I earn 5% in that high yield savings account and the debt is at 2.5%? If we get to a point where interest rates are suddenly zero again, which I don't think is coming anytime soon, then maybe I consider paying off that debt because it's at a 2.5% rate. But then even then, maybe I don't want to because I think I can out earn 2.5% for the span of the loan. And the loan is lasting until 2032. And it's, again, a very small amount. I could theoretically just pay it off tomorrow if I want. But previously, I had a private student loan from Discover that had a 10% interest rate. And that was years ago. And I was like, this is burning a hole in my pocket. I need to pay this off right away. So just like GameStop, I got rid of my bad debt, right? And bad debt in terms of interest rate. It wasn't bad in the sense like I was able to get an education with it. Yes, that part's great. And not the biggest fan of college though, I'll be honest. Like I think there's a lot of, I almost wish I didn't go, but at the same time I met my beautiful girlfriend there. So that's definitely the best thing that came out of it. And I'm glad I have a degree, right? Don't get me wrong, but that's a whole other conversation yourself. It's not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into all that, but I feel like with the way the world's evolving, college is becoming less and less relevant, and I'm not going to force my kids to go. I'm absolutely not going to. If they want to, sure. You want a specific career that requires it, such as like a doctorate or becoming a nurse or rocket scientist, right? A little rocket scientist or something like that, then sure, yeah, I'm gonna help them out with college, right? But it all depends. But that's a whole conversation itself. That will battle us hard at 80. Ben, the battle of it's the battle of 180, and that's right here, right? 45, because split adjusted to be 40. We are way past that right now. But I love the memes where it's like the Star Wars meme. It's like you meant the battle of 180, right? Right? Are you split adjusted, right? And just looks right, and he's like, so yeah, maybe it's the new battle of 180, which is if you zoom it out, right? Whoop. See, now we're looking at a real chart. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Look, this is the real. Let's get these annoying lines out of here now. See, there we go. Now we're looking at the real chart for now we're looking at real charts. No, all right. It'll get back to actually being able to see it here, but okay, that's taking longer than I thought. But that's cool. I didn't even realize you could do that on here. I just started using TradingView a little while ago. My friends call me Facebook because sometimes I'm really late to figuring out things. I always saw people use this. I'm like, what are people using? And this is 180. I mean, they say it more for memes. Like, I'll send them a meme and they're like I see an X and they're like, bro, That was on Instagram like 3 weeks ago. What's wrong? I don't really use Instagram though, or but they call me Facebook because the meme is always that like people on Facebook get memes like years later. But crazy. Cannot do TA and say being fucked up around with. It's fine to do some TA if you truly feel this is organic price movement. That's a very good point, Sven, because in the sense of TA also, when it's organic price movement, it makes a lot more sense. With GameStop, I feel like it's just such a unique beast. Like it's so hard to truly know, right? Where like maybe TA is making sense now, like over this past month or so. When you go back, I feel like there's so many times people did TA that didn't work out, right? Like all within this range, right? But again, it all depends on the context, and there's so many different factors at play here. Now, my chart is all messed up, so let's reload this real quick. But 50K bagger day, tomorrow's the main event. Power disc, what up, what up? Yeah, listen, tomorrow I think tomorrow's going to be crazy, honestly. We got to get caught up here. Oh my God. It's wanted. G me to the fucking moon. No selling, buy more. Hey, it's wanted. Thank you so much for that, my friend. I appreciate you very much. Thank you so much. I got to get caught up here. Holy crap. Safe to get bagger. What happens when the price exercises calls? Lee, it would go crazy if theoretically the market makers aren't hedged. Another Berkshire glitch. It could happen. Richard Newton poured his heart out in his video today. Ben, I got to watch it. I think Richard's a great dude. You know, not that I've specifically agree with every single thing he said or does, and I think that's totally okay. I don't specifically agree with every single little thing everyone ever does, but I think Richard's so genuine. What happened? Am I getting DDoS? Yeah, what's going on? No, I'm just playing. But I swear my connection just disconnected for a second. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was only on my end, but yeah, no, Richard Newton is so genuine. So, and I wish him all the best. Like he's such a good guy. Maybe we'll do some kind of collaboration one day. But he's really great. I do always appreciate hearing what he has to say. But nobody gives a shit about it. GME chat, yes sir. Chug chug. GameStop shorted 1 million times. 123888753. Hey, your words not mine, but listen, seems crazy. It's probably even more than that, right? Because 1 million's relative to 51, not that much. I don't know why people think 80's moon. What the fuck? Exactly, it's wanted. I think it goes so much higher. But listen, 80's is significant in what we saw previously in the high. So if we go over 80, we'll see as to what happens. Because also, I agree, you know, relative to everything, it's not that significant. But when you go back here, damn it, now my chart is literally all messed up because I was fucking with it. Oh my gosh. But when you go here, right? Now that my chart's all over, it double topped at exactly 80 in the pre-market, and this was Tuesday. Pull my calendar. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this was Tuesday the 14th. So this was 3 weeks ago, plus 3 days from trading tomorrow. So about 24 days ago. It was about, wow, ready? That's crazy. Time flies when you're having fun, for real. These past few weeks have kind of been a blur. But crazy. Oh, it's annoying me so much. Does anyone know, is there a way to just get this to lock back on, this trading view thing? Oh, I unlock it. Lock. Okay, there we go. I think that's good. Whatever. Doesn't matter too much right now. Keep going through the chat here. Don't forget about Runic Glory, Hadouken, what up, what up? The mod on Kitty's page just warned FFIE pumpers. Jared, interesting. Okay, wait, who's his mod? I know like, he was close with like that Domo Capital guy. Say, hey, I have to go on. I saw that it was pre-stream, but I only briefly clicked on it today. If it goes to 50K, it's the end of the world. Dirty Bird, honestly, it kind of is. And in a way, that's what scares me too, and that reminds me, just don't dance. You know, when something crazy happens and if, right? Again, if. I can't tell you for sure what's going to happen. I'm just here documenting. Just understand anything, it seems like anything is possible right now. So, and hold on, I do have to send a very quick text to my girlfriend. I'm sad. I told her, I was like, I got to stream real quick. I got to stream before we link up. Pull it up. But she's so supportive, guys. She's so awesome. Shout out to her. She's been supportive of me this whole way, so I love her very much. But when's your market open? Not soon enough, Scott. But yeah, listen, that's the thing. I want to make the point real quick. Just don't dance if crazy things start happening, right? Because you look at the scammer ramp and you look at the nature of the situation. And again, I don't know anything for sure. I'm just a guy on the internet. So always take what I say with a grain of salt and what a lot of people take with a grain of salt, right? But if this is as deep as some people anticipate it could possibly be, just remember that means 401ks get hurt, IRAs get hurt, retirement accounts, average people that have nothing to do with the tomfoolery going on with the institutions and the market makers. And you realize it's all just numbers on a screen, but average people could really get hurt by this. And that does absolutely concern me. And I hope that part of it's wrong, right? Like, I hope the institutions get massively screwed that are betting against it. And again, this is why I'm expressing caution to them. Caution ahead if you're betting against GameStop, especially you, Andrew Left. I can't believe this guy. I seriously, we're never after January 2021. We're never shorting anything again. I'm done with shorting these and betting against the company. And I learned my lesson. Blah blah blah. Out of nowhere comes back. I'm short GameStop. And then he's like, well, we already closed our short, and now we're reshorting it. Look how that's worked out. Look how that worked out, buddy. What do you say? We're reshorting it like right in here. Oh, that part's funny. But listen, average people getting hurt is not funny. So just remember the unfortunate reality of it is the unfortunate reality also is that if it actually is in fact that deep and that crazy that it hurts the markets, right? And look at the Berkshire situation. That average people get hurt and the media is going to blame retail investors for buying a stock and holding a stock that they liked. And that to me is absolutely crazy. It makes me sick that that's probably unfortunately what's going to happen if we get to that point. But it's the reality of the world, right? And the power of the internet, though, and X and these different platforms where people can post stuff is. I have some faith, though, that the real story is going to get out. I mean, people that just read headlines are obviously not going to. There's, oh, it's the retail investor's fault that I've lost money on my 401k. But anyone that really reads and understands what's going on will realize that institutions, because of their greed, have screwed people over. This has gone on time and time again in various different situations. It's the greediest industry on earth, and it's insane because it started when we went off the gold standard in terms of the money printing for the federal government, and then after that, once everything went from paper certificates to being digital, the DTC was put in place. You have Seed & Co. that's representing all the shares for every single brokerage, and that's why computer share is very significant. I mean, that's a whole other conversation for another day, but it's very unfortunate because stock certificates, once it went all online, it went all digital, it really just became numbers on a screen. And market makers recognize the power they have. And they have one arm of business that's a market maker, one arm of business that's an institution. Theoretically, right, it's very easy to front run the trades. Just saying, right? Theoretically, but crazy. Brian selling until at least 4 or 5 digits. MKE, probably Mike. What up, what up? Thank you for being here. Crazy. It's possible they cap raise and release a load of extra shares. Lee G, possibly. I don't think they release like an insane amount of shares, but let's say GameStop issued some shares at this price point, like a little bit of shares. They would be able to raise a ton of capital if they're going to enact on it in their investment policy. Like, it makes sense. So we'll see. We'll see. But AMC $20 tomorrow, GME 100 plus. Roaring Kitty. I know that's not actually Roaring Kitty. Nice try, buddy. But listen, let me be honest with you. This is not a personal thing. But AMC is just going to issue a bunch of shares and they are going to screw you. It is not the same play. I promise you, there's a huge difference. It's not a personal thing. And it's not, well, they move together and it's us versus them. You're disingenuine for dismissing the other one. But the reality of it is, when you compare these stocks, right? Look, I have the comparisons here. Let's remove all of them, right? Or let's look at some of these, like, the comparisons. Cost is the only one that's held up relatively well on most of these charts with GameStop, ironically. Enough, like, they're probably the least talked about of any of these, but HYMC, look what's happened to them. And if you just look at AMC versus GME, this is on a 3-month chart. Look on a 1-month chart, 5-day chart. GameStop is outperforming every single one, but the kicker, year to date, still down. 1 year, down 87%. 2 year, 95%. Sure, you could trade it, but I think you might as well trade GameStop because they have a way better fundamental situation. And then also just look at this, 5 years. You would think 5 years. Look how much GameStop's up on a 5-year basis. You would think AMC's got to be up at least a little bit, right? No, they're down 94%. The only reason they're still in business is they're just milking their shareholders endlessly. That's the best way to put it. And Adam Aaron and his buddies just pad their pockets, and they just love that they're forced associated with GameStop. They're like, all right, we're going to do this to stay in business as long as we can, to make as much money as long as we can. People say, oh, what, do you not like the movies? No, it doesn't mean I don't like the movies. It's just the reality as to what's going on. And I just realized you guys can't even see it on the, I have to make it a smaller because on the stream. But look, boom. Yeah, you guys can see it now when I make the adjustment. 94.61%. I'll make sure for sure. 94.61%. It's unfortunate, but it's reality. Leave the board. Fuck AMC. All my homies hate AMC, but oh my god, I can't even get caught up. You guys are so awesome in chat for real. I was held. Kitty's brother owns AMC and GME only. Alan, I don't know where you got that information, my friend, but hello. Hopefully everyone's buckled in. Whiskey, what up, what up? Yes, sir. I am buckled in. Got my seatbelt on. Click. That's not the best click sound, but okay. We're good, guys. My girlfriend's heading over. About 50. She's leaving now. She's about 15 minutes away. So we got like 15 more minutes from the stream. Because again, I didn't anticipate streaming today. And I haven't seen her all week. It's been a crazy week. We've both been so busy. So, and again, I'm going to stream tomorrow morning. Those of you that missed it before, number one, this is caution to the short sellers and those betting against GameStop. I want you to express major caution right now. Just letting them know. That's number one. And number two, I'm going to be streaming again tomorrow starting between 8 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. I'll tweet it out in the morning as soon as I'm live. Follow me at X if you haven't already. At Tetron Invest. Oh, GameStop. Shout out Roaring Pika. I bet Portnoy, Paperhand Portnoy is tweeting about it. Let's see. Porzingis. Oh, Dallas. Okay. Andrew's just so quiet in his price action right now. Shout out White for Rabbit 741. Roaring Kitty is set to be a billionaire in GameStop stock as GameStop surges to 67.50 in after hours trading. He will actually have $1 billion position. That's actually insane. Literal billionaire. Fucking legend. And yo, thank you guys for 1,500 followers on X. Appreciate that very much. If you don't follow me already, at Tetron Invest. This is where I post all my GameStop updates. See, like the stream. Also, the video I just put out on YouTube. Posted it on X real quick. This is where I was at the restaurant tonight. I just ran out there. I'm like, what an interesting background. Like, let's just share some quick GameStop thoughts right now. And I was going to come home and record a video. And I was like, no, we are streaming. We are streaming, right? And literally, this is GameStop short sellers right now. Huh? Like, just mind boggled, right? But streaming tomorrow between 8:30 a.m. Eastern, and I'm going to go all the way till 10 a.m. So I'm going to be able to go into market open. We can react live together at market open, and then I got to clock in for work at 10 a.m. So Andrew Left is shaking in his boots right now. For real, JPP, you would think this guy's learned his lesson by now, but apparently not. I haven't even gotten to uncharted waters. Nobody knows what kind of rug these crooks have lined up. Be prepared for anything and everything. Not selling. Mouvier, well said, my friends. My friend. Be careful of any baloney that may come our way, right? We don't know what's going to happen. That's the reality of it. In the short term, we don't open. It will open at 80 plus. Whiskey, it's sure feeling like that, man. I don't know if anyone wants to fill me in on the Robinhood fake hours trading price right now. I'm curious about that, but might buy 1K worth at midnight. Andrew, listen, at the end of the day, got to make your own decisions. I think definitely right now, you got to understand if you're putting money in that it's going to be very, very volatile. And for me, it's easier, right? Obviously, I still feel the same volatility as you, but for someone that's been in this a long time and been dollar cost averaging all the way down here, God, this is annoying me so much how I messed up this chart now. I'm messing around with it. Pretty much I was trading options all through this period. And from here, I started accumulating shares, and this whole way, all these years, I've been accumulating shares. And people call me crazy. It's done. People in my life, right? Like, definitely people have come on the streams in my X too. It's like, an idiot, GameStop's dead. And by the way, where are all the GameStop bears right now? They're very quiet. Where are the common bears on my X? And what they don't realize is, even though they were commenting all kinds of stuff, it was like, you're stupid, GameStop's bad, right? No actual logic, just revenue is going down. But they don't look at the net income and the bigger picture. They're always so quiet when these runs come up, right? They have nothing to say right now. Where's Dan Olson right now? Self-proclaimed GameStop expert. Where's he at? Where's this guy at? Has he got anything to say? Let's see. Let's see. I guarantee he's like, oh my, like. Also, computer shares log crashed again this morning. There's more diamond hands cracked and ran through the door. It's very entertaining. It's very weird. As we said in the vid, a lot of people are gambling on predictable diamond hands irrationality and bleeding apes dry. He just throws big words in there and thinks he's this like self-proclaimed like GameStop expert. He does a documentary that's one-sided, doesn't interview anyone, get any other perspectives, just paints the story exactly how he sees it. It's also thoroughly disproves pretty much every theory Superstrong has. Can't even spell connected right. Oh, concocted. What the fuck? Over the last 3 years. Crazy. I'm not in Gmail Ducks to help me understand them, so I'm curious if they have anything to add. See? Average person not seeing what's truly going on because they're listening to this bozo. But listen, that's how it's going to go. And what people don't realize is even when you talk about like you reply to my page what I was trying to say, or you talk negative about GameStop, you're still talking about it. I always think of the Wolf of Wall Street scene where it's like, you see this? You say this, they're calling me the Wolf of Wall Street. Like, oh, honey, it's publicity. Any publicity is good publicity, right? I always think of that scene. So, Earnings is next week. Beware, there's a pattern that happens in earnings and it ain't bullish. Scott, that is a very valid point. We've seen time and time again where it runs into earnings and it falls after. I wouldn't be surprised to see it open up big tomorrow, then drop off right at the open. We could see another rally similar to a few weeks ago, right? And then drop with the open. But feels different this time. But again, I'm just expressing caution as someone who's been here a long time to know that anything can happen in the short term. Anything can happen tomorrow. Things look great in the after hours, but it does not mean anything for tomorrow. We'll see where the market opens and goes from there. So I just want to say, take everything that you read and see with a grain of salt. Always do your research, always do your due diligence, and understand anything can happen in the short term. There's been so much volatility and ups and downs over these past several years. So it's easier for me to say that and understand that at this point because I've been around a while, but it's not that simple, if that makes sense. Or I'm not. It's not that I'm like a genius or something like that. I'm never trying to say that. Can't promise it won't dance. Dearest Jimmy, fair. Ron Kitty called. I missed something. Sven, yeah, he's got tons, man. Tons, 120,000. Not worried about a bunch of hedge fund bros losing their jobs. Dearest Jimmy, I definitely see what you're saying, man. FFIE pumpers are getting banned from Kitty's chat. So what is FFIE? Is that another stock? Or am I out of the loop here? Oh, just saw lightning. Maybe I'm a bozo. What is this? Faraday Future Intelligence Electron. Who cares? What the heck is it? Why is everybody talking about it? And good. I mean, it's a GameStop stream that he's doing, right? And see, every time GameStop streaming, trending, they always force AMC with it. And look, this is nothing. Just zoom out on AMC. Zoom out. Look at this. They've been brutally burned, the shareholders. And again, it's not a personal attack on movie theaters. It doesn't mean I don't like movies. And see, of course, they got to make this shit trend too. Let's see what they even do. Let's humor them. But also, every time GameStop starts rallying, all of a sudden you see all these headlines. Forget GameStop. FFIE is the next GME. Or you see even like spam accounts, which I personally believe are a lot of bots. And who's pushing these bots out there? I don't know. Maybe people who are along FFIE for whatever reason or another. FFIE is the next GME. FFIE is the next GME. And all the next GMEs, right? Historically speaking, if you look at them now, they haven't held up the way GameStop has. And even when GameStop was going down, GameStop always held up better than any of the quote meme stocks. So I like to say there's meme stocks and then there's GameStop. And if it wasn't for GameStop, then there wouldn't be this category still known to this date of meme stocks. Engages in design, development, manufacture, engineering, sale, and distribution of electronic vehicles and related products in the US. You know what I think of that? I don't care. GME. That's what I care about. That's what I'm talking about. Look at this volume. Tons, right? More than even we had on Monday. 187 million. And no tweets today, right? No post from Roaring Kitty. Yes, he posts his position in the after hours, but this is during the day volume. There's tons of after hours volume. And again, this is by far the most volume we've seen since early 2021. And we're still not quite at 2021 numbers. So we'll see if we get there. Good thing always happens, big money wins. Tim, I see what you're saying, but at the same time, I truly think GameStop's different, and in the long run, it'll be different. Run Kitty live stream at 9 a.m. He has 120,000 calls with the money. Whiskey, I think it'd be 9 a.m. West Coast time. I'm on the East Coast, so for me, it's noon. So when I said I'm streaming from like 8 to 8:30 a.m. till 10 a.m., that's Eastern time. So that would be for West Coast time, let's say 8 to 10. That would then instead be, damn, that'd be early for you guys. That'd be 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. So I totally understand if you're not still going to be here. But hey, if you want to pop in before our Run Kitty stream, I'll be here. Let's go. Woo. Infinite risk. All right, I'm going to do my best Lightning Warrior impression right now, guys. Get ready. Hold on. Because Lightning, I love it. I love how unique he is, right? Like, I always respect people that do things in their own way and that are unique individuals. So I'm going to do my best Lightning impression right now. Infinite risk. Although I probably just destroyed your eardrums, so I do apologize for that. But they turn off the buy button, they shut down the apps, naked short. Tan why? Exactly. No, listen, it's crazy, but I don't know. Well, of course, I'm not saying that stuff can't happen, right? But I just think people are armed with knowledge now, and things are very different now than January 2021. To shut down the buy button, I'll buy from ComputerShare. Exactly, Yonosabo. Exactly. ComputerShare is transfer agent. There isn't going to be the buy button removed. You'll always be able to sell. Like when you look back ComputerShare in January 2021, there wasn't like the buy button removal on there, and you were still able to sell through computer share because it's a transfer agent, not a broker. Let it hurt the markets. You really expect this new generation of workers really want to invest at these prices? Austin, very fair point. No, it's absolutely a fair point. But I just, it just sucks seeing like an average person who's getting ready to retire just get screwed by something that was not in their control at all, right? That's all I kind of meant before. But breaking news: GME is going to make history tomorrow. Hodl and become more. Persuade, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you popping in. And hey, tomorrow's going to be crazy. No matter what, tomorrow's going to be spicier than the hottest pepper on earth. I forgot what it's called. But Federal Reserve isn't a federal nor reserve. Sven, the Federal Reserve is the biggest problem in this country, in my opinion. And big country being America, then that's where I live. And ever since we went off the gold standard, I really think that was a ticking time bomb. And now it's just becoming a more and more accelerated problem. And people are starting to see it these past few years. But this has been something that's been building for a long time. And listen, both sides, they profit off of it, right? And that's in terms of the politicians. People always use the Nancy Pelosi like example of insiders, right? Members of Congress trading and profiting very handsomely, right? Like she conveniently bought Nvidia at 400 just like 6 months ago, and now it's at 1200, right? What great timing! And by the way, she buys calls too. That and other, again, Congress members. Certain people are like, oh, well, you're only targeting left. No, no, no. It happens just as much on the right. Nancy Pelosi's just the greatest example because every time she buys something, it tends to do really well shortly after, right? It's, oh, well, no, it's her husband doing it. But she's in these Congress meetings, like getting this information. Like she has so much inside information. But Roaring Kitty posts memes and is transparently posts his position. But let's investigate him, right? Like Nancy Pelosi, just the example everyone uses. That's the point I'm trying to make. But it's on both sides of the aisle. That's the reality of it. Both the left, both the right, they all do it. It's just one big circus. Markets always go back up. It's true in the long run. Yo, let's fucking go. Dude, so many people in the chat. I can't even keep up. I'm not an AMC. I'm a shorty. I'm a GameStop short. Tam, why? This sign is for you. Caution if you're shorting GameStop. Have caution. That's all I'm saying. But is a new AMC distracting? It could be. And listen, dumps are healthy. You get to play both sides to be good. The apes hold and get eaten. Listen, Tam, why? You can do whatever you want at the end of the day. I'm never going to be in the business of telling people what to do. But just know, caution. Caution right now. Things are heating up. FFIE is trash. Kitty obviously hinted in his love for AMC for the movie, popcorn, and blockbuster memes. Roaring Kitty, follower. I just don't think that's the case, my friend. I just do not think that's the case. I'm working, no stream for me. Rants, all good, man. I know you're definitely going to be live together tomorrow at some point or another. I'm going to be live a little in the morning, and then I got to work during the day, right? And then I'm supposed to leave to go somewhere right after work, but I might have to squeeze another stream in, or probably a video after hours tomorrow. That's what I'm going to try to do. So, Ronan Kid, you never seen an AMC? Very true. We supporting Tetron. Ravenstown, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. Rants in the chat. What up? What up? I hear you. I hear your. I want to hear your best Marantz Marantz impression. All right, let me see if I can do this. Welcome back to Marantz Rants. A little bit of. I can't do it on the spot. Welcome back to Marantz Rants. Whole lot of information. Little bit of. Oh fuck. See, I'm not good on the spot, man. And Lightning's impression is a little bit easier. It's just a couple words. All right. Let me formulate it real quick, and then we're gonna go through this tweet next. Where's Larry Chang's tweet? Maybe I didn't even. We'll grab that in a second. All right. Welcome back to Marantz Rants. Whole lot of truth. A little bit of. Fuck, I can't do it on the spot, man. Oh my god. Hold on. Oh my god, I'm totally blanking out. I'm totally blanking out. Someone help me out here. Someone help me out here. Oh my god, I'm totally blanking out. Welcome back to Marantz Rants. A little bit of information, whole lot of truth, no financial advice. See you around, millionaires. No, but I know I missed a line in there. I know it, but GBAMC, only others will probably get pumped in rugs. Bobby, what up? European, I know a lot of U.S. and the problem Federal Reserve. Exactly. I know all you have to know is was buying Tesla all the dips. The Glass-Steagall Institute describes provisions of the United States Bank Act 1933 separating commercial and investment banking. Because I can, I'm writing that down and looking into that because I want to start following up on things. And I know the Banking Act, that's something also people have talked about of 1933. And then look at this tweet. I can think of one other. We're retweeting that. I'd argue that no other executive is aligned with you shareholders is Elon Musk, who committed to no salary, no bonus, no stock comp for 10 years unless he created tremendous value for Tesla shareholders. I can think of one other. Me too, Larry. Me too. Like this. Honestly, these always freak me out, guys. The face swaps, but I do like this one. Preach. Dropping likes all down. Legend, legend, legend. But yeah, crazy. How do the memes hint support for AMC? I truly don't see. Agreed. Agreed. The button is literally GME. Cheers. Hi, Ryder. What up? In November 1999, President Bill Clinton publicly declared the Glass-Steagall law is no longer appropriate. Interesting. I can earn a lot of money on this. I will do something good for my area town. 1238. Hey, I think that's definitely the best way to go about it. You know, to give back to people around you and those that support you is definitely the best thing to do. Okay. All right. Marant's Rant Suppression. Ready? Welcome back to Marant's Rants. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, whole lot of truth, no financial advice. I don't think that was that good. I don't know. I don't know, man. I got to work on it. I think I got to work on my impression. Let me think. All right. Welcome back to Marant's Rants. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motive. Oh my god! All right. Welcome back to Marant's Rants. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, whole lot of truth, no financial advice. Martin Scarelli, idiot, doesn't know what he's talking about. Right? He's very familiar with different brands of soap, though. I've watched endless streams of Roaring Kitty. He will avoid the question about AMC. Dearest Jimmy, exactly. I don't think he wants anything to do with it. That's the reality of it. Only one stock has brought down the entire market in 2021, and it's not AMC. Whiskey's words, not mine. Roaring Kitty's chat is already full of AMC and FFI e-bots whiskey. I believe it. I believe it, man. Some commentators have stated that the GLBA's appeal of the affiliation restricts of the Glass-Steagall Act is important because of the financial crisis. Interesting. All right, again, I'm writing this down because I can. I got so much to follow up on right now. It's tough, but I got to stay up with it all because there's always more to learn. That's the thing too, guys. There's literally always more to learn. You got to understand. I think there's always more to learn. Like, I know there used to be the idea like, oh, well, the DD's done. The due diligence is done. Sure, but there's always more to learn about market mechanics and just different things going on. You got to keep learning, and beyond the stock market, like you always got to keep learning, right? I think that's so important. But let us set up Tetron versus Shkreli charity boxing match. Ryan, honestly, I think I could kick his ass. He doesn't want to catch these hands. I mean, looking at a picture of him, like I think like certain other people, like listen, I'm not gonna say I'm the most buff guy, but I'd like to think against that guy, I could hold my own. And hey, if it's for charity, I think it'd be a great time. He actually replied to one of my tweets. I'll show you guys real quick. And yo, this dinner, oh my god, I went with some coworkers. We basically, me and my other friend, who I work with, just took this test. So we planned this in advance. So I really don't want to back out. I really want to talk GameStop tonight, right? But I was like, I can't back out because we planned this like weeks in advance. So, oh my god, it was so good. It was like a Spanish place. It was like we got all these tapas initially, and then got this huge freaking thing. I forgot what it's called. I'm blanking out. Or they just like make a huge platter. And they also got a seafood one. I'm not a big seafood guy though, so I mostly had from this. But oh my god, it was delicious. And I love this video. This is a classic. But this is another good one. And see, follow me on here, guys, on X, because sometimes I'll do midday live streams. See, as I was looking right here, someone was literally just walking by where it's like between the buildings. I was like, why is somebody walking through here right now? And they were looking like, who is this guy talking to? And I was like, GameStop, oh my god. And they're probably like, what the heck? And also Joe Rogan brought up GameStop on his stream, right? I put a couple clips out there, which I found interesting because, you know, he has a huge platform. So it's just getting more people's attention as to what's happening. And then also I had this post, but funny enough, turns out he was. Where did Martin Shkreli, or you know, Wu-Tang tweet out the funniest thing. They were making fun of him. It was absolutely hilarious. Which one did he apply? Yes. Say it's not even worth engaging with Martin Shkreli. I don't even know how to say this clown's name. Honestly, like Martin Shitterelli, that's what we'll call him, in regard to GameStop. He's just trolling, loves the attention he can get. And he's so full of himself. I hate people with that attitude. They just are so full of themselves. Like he's like, other people he had in the space before Marantz absolutely just fed him his lunch, destroyed him with the facts. He was talking to people like, oh, trust me, how old are you? What are you, 20? 25? Okay. Well, I have 25 years in the stock market experience. I've done it all, buddy. I've been committed to fraud. I've worked for securities companies. I've taken companies public. I know more than you. Trust me. Trust me. Like that's how he was talking. Like so full of himself, and I just hate that arrogance. But and then someone put, isn't he banned from holding securities and banned from ever working in a financial institution? Look who comments. LOL. So funny, bro. But it just shows, like, just he just acknowledged that people viewed it, right? When someone bothers to reply to me on Twitter, I know they have really nothing better to do. Effing loser. Shout out Christian Cruz. I think you're right. I think that's true. And when you have to go on Twitter and just spread negativity, like, you probably have something that's bothering you in your own life. That's the reality of it, right? And let's see what this guy's saying recently. Is he talking about Jamie Shills are very lucky to have Pulte? Hats off to him for showing me the light. Oh my, this guy, the biggest troll. And he did admit he was speechless. He was, oh, I'm not short. I have no position, and I'm just talking about it. And then suddenly covered at 40.09, long and 40.23. So he covered his short, and then suddenly went long. Again, maybe he's just trolling. I don't know. This dude's an absolute bozo. So I think I replied on that one actually. Let's see. Did I? Engagement far more. That's what he is. But he's a bozo. He's an absolute. I put in the work. But yeah, like I said, I think he's just trolling. I think he has to just be trolling. Look at this bozo. Look at this bozo. But listen, that's the internet, right? There's always going to be bozos. But it just makes me laugh that he saw this. And I talked about this on my little Forget GameStop article I wrote last Friday. That the Bears will continue to bid against the company, and that's okay. So be it. What's truly comical is the level of commitment. Shout out GME Meltdown. They have nothing better to do than create a whole subreddit and constantly talk negatively about a company forever. And look at what's happening now. And I saw a post. I think it's like Stonkwatch, the guy with like the baby ape like on a phone as his profile picture. Shout out to him. And he shared a screenshot. Is that his name? Or first, let me read this and then I'll show you. So this is, the people always commenting negative on my page. Probably some of them are GME melt owners, and so be it. It's truly a comical level of commitment some people have to hating the company. Someone who takes the time to leave negative comments online is likely dealing with their own insecurities. I genuinely feel bad for people like this and hope they overcome whatever it is that's troubling them in life. I genuinely mean that, and I really think that is the case a lot of times. Sure, people love to troll for fun, but generally speaking, like if that's what you're doing for fun, that's all I'm saying. And let me see if I can find what I'm talking about. Stockwatch, is that it? This guy, yeah, no bonanza. Shout out to him. Seems like a cool guy. Where is it? Richard is such a good guy. If you already follow him too, these are okay. Yeah, I want to see because I heard he's been. I know someone commented before that he was being super real in his videos. So I'm curious what he said, but we must know the truth and we must avoid error. These are our first and great commandments as we would be knowers. But they are not two ways of stating an identical commandment. They're just two separate laws. Larry Chang is a board member by day and a wordsmith by night. This guy has a way with words for real. But I want to see. Someone check in on Citron. No way. Let's see what's going on. What's going on here? Let's see. Are you okay? Oh, yeah, this guy cracks me up too. Shout out to Fat Dad Derek. I'm sure you guys know most of these people on X. So funny. Let's see. What is he gonna put? He's gonna put a DFP. Oh my god. But let's see. And I love this picture by Greg. So accurate. Oh yeah, right here. The GME Meltdown Group is a group designed to incentivize shorting of GME. Last night, a newbie short came and asked for help. He was down 9,000 on his GME short. They told him to double down, wait it out. Today, GME's up to $40, and they deleted that post. Keep the receipts. And that's also before the after hours price action, right? My current GME short position is looking out of control. Should I take the loss and close? My honest opinion is, as a professional meme stock advisor, but not your meme stock advisor, is that you will be fine. Do you have more money to put in or average up to cover margin? When you get into a short play or any play, have a firm idea of what price you enter at and exit at in advance in either direction, so you don't end up in sitting there thinking in real time, oh man, what should I do, making emotional decisions. Your insight is great. Thank you. My current view is, what do stocks have 5 years? Only thought only options did. Couldn't close. Everyone knows it's going to drop 20%. Hold diamonds, bro. You got this. And the other said, double down. It's the way to go. Hodl. And they're just trying to make fun of it, right? But isn't it ironic that these people are the same people saying, oh yeah, like people say this about GameStop are and 8 people here, only 8 people live on that sub. Absolutely pathetic, man. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Look at the top there, but they do the exact same thing, just on the other side and hating on. They hate GameStop as much as people like myself love GameStop. That's the irony of it all, and someone got absolutely screwed, right? And if this happened the other way around and someone said, oh, average down on your position, it could go up more later, they'd be like, see, you screwed someone over. Oh my God, you're hurting average people, you silly, stupid apes. But when they do it, oh, we are so sophisticated because we follow Dan Olson and we're a complete clown show. But trust me, we are self-proclaimed GameStop experts just because we hate it. And it's so obvious that it's stupid, right? Crazy. It's absolute craziness, but it's crazy, crazy, crazy. But oh my God. No, you need your own signature move line. Fresh maker? I think you're right. I think we're about time for it's about time for that. I got to think of something. And Marantz, before I did a quick, not your version of a water break. Your water break's wild, man. Mine was like drink it like a beer water break. Just give it a full send. But I was watching the streams, full of bots. Let's see. Let's set up Tetron for Shirley. Marantz, what up? What up? Thanks for the support, Dirty. Yo, Dirty Bird. For real, man. You're so awesome. Such an awesome guy. I want to load up on AMC if it pulls back. Ah, Aglil. I don't know what you're saying, brother. You're hurting me. What's up, Tetron? What a day and night. For real. Carter's Corner Pocket. What up, what up? Thank you for being here. For real. What an evening. And again, those of you that weren't here before, caution to the short sellers. And also, I'm about to wrap this up. My girlfriend has arrived. I did promise her to stop. So let me. Hold on. I'll come say the goodbyes in a second, but give me 1 second. Let me let her in. So, one moment, and then I'm going to get you. Read the rest of the chat and then give my final thoughts. 1 second. All right, guys. Time for the fish. Am I unmuted? Okay. About to get to the final thoughts here. Again, caution to the short sellers. And I will be live streaming tomorrow, starting between 8 and 8:30 a.m., going till 10 p.m. or sorry, 10 a.m. 10 p.m. would be crazy. Maybe a crazy stream in the future like that, but not right now. And I'm going to clock into work at 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. So that's all Eastern, starting between 8 and 8:30 Eastern tomorrow till 10 Eastern. So we're going to catch market open. So look out for that. But just expect anything and everything. So that's all I'm saying. And of course, I'm not here to give you advice. I'm just here to document it in real time as to what's happening and as accurately as possible for you because the mainstream media doesn't want to document it accurately. So people like myself, Morantz, Richard Newton, whoever else are going to document it just like how they like to, right? And I think that's the power of the internet. Mainstream media doesn't want to accurately document it and talk about what's going on and report on it. I will. I'm not saying I'm an expert or anything like that. I'm just going to give it to you a lot more real than they do. Morantz killed him. Today he was throwing a hissy fit saying Rockin doesn't even know of high finance. Yeah, the dude, cars. I believe it, man. I stopped even clicking on anything. Occasionally I would go on to see what's going on, but he's an absolute bozo. Martin is an absolute bozo. It's also too much confidence. It's cringy as fuck. Exactly. Totally agree. SPF got more street cred than this fool. For real, man. For real. It would be funny if Roaring Kitty live stream plays that meme video. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Don't make me start singing. Yeah, I'll start singing when we go higher. But Rick Roll, yep. Account was green briefly after 4 years. Isaiah, hey, listen. I salute you for holding all this time. It's certainly, I'm sure, not been easy, but I think this ride's far from over, brother. But at the same time, please make your own decisions and what's best for you. It all comes down to knowing thyself. Like, know yourself, know where you're at financially, your investing wise, all of that, right? So know thyself. I go see you all on Roaring Kitty stream. I'll catch you there, brother. Catch you there. What's your estimate on viewers of Kitty stream will break YouTube? Dirty Bird, I legit think he could see 100K viewers. I'm not even kidding. I think he might peak at 100K. Like, or I don't know. What's the YouTube record? I don't know. I don't have like a good like idea of what it is, right? And again, I got to wrap it up here in a second. But meltdowns are hilarious right now. Agreed, whiskey. Agreed. That sub was invented to demoralize. Imagine being 30K people just hating GameStop nonstop. Exactly. You're kind of hot, Roaring Kitty. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't think my girlfriend's gonna be jealous. Be careful, brother or sister. Don't let the woman win. She is short selling. Detron, thanks for the stream. Scott, thank you so much for being here. For real. Jimmy hit 65 in the after hours. Crazy. 67.50 at the highest. DB, I'm buying calls. Roaring Kitty, are you horny? I love all the Roaring Kitties in the chat. Oh my god, you guys crack me up, yo. The not so real Roaring Kitties. That's right. That's what I'll call you. The RRKs or NRRKs, not so real. Well, there's an S in there. Whatever. We don't need an acronym, but yeah, I heard him call. $100 calls. Whiskey, man, no calls, just shares for me. Same whiskey, Sam. I sold a couple puts, collect a little premium, but man, I'm not gonna lie. I wish I had picked up just one YOLO call, right? Just one to trade, but that's right. Live and learn, right? That cough sounds contagious. Yes, DB, exactly. Feeling sick. Might have to call it to work tomorrow. Very sick, boss. Very sick. Coughing up phlegm. But what's up, T? Chad, I'm so sorry. I do have to wrap it up. Thank you so much for popping in, though. Don't get your coworker sick. Be responsible. Ryan, hey, you're right. I wouldn't want to be an irresponsible coworker and going to work sick. That'd be crazy. Might need like a week or two to recover, right? Maybe, but I was gonna take to set up the E-Trade account for the first time. Have you ever done it? Little Lost Linden. I'm not sure about E-Trade. I know Fidelity is relatively quick, and also personally, I wouldn't recommend E-Trade right now, given that what they tried to get rid of Roaring Kitty. Like, are you kidding me? It just seems like craziness to me. But yeah, I got to wrap it up here, guys. Again, I appreciate you guys so much popping in. I do have to go now. Tomorrow morning, starting between 8 and 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, I will be streaming, and I'll be going through the market open up until 10 a.m. Again, just talking about the latest with GameStop, the theories, the ideas, the pre-market price action. I'm absolutely jacked. I got to try and get some sleep so I can deliver a good stream for you guys tomorrow morning. See, already mixing words. Tomorrow. But thank you guys so much. I love you all. You're also awesome. DB, I love you. Whiskey, I love you. Dirty Bird, I love you. DB, I love you. I already said that. Ryan Song, I love you. There's Fresh Maker, I love you. Thanks for the stream. See you later. I love you all, for real. Thank you. The Bulls, the Bears, I welcome you all. I hope everyone has a great night. Take care. Crown King, I love you too, brother. Take care. And everyone else out there, I do got to stop now. Girlfriend's waiting for me. So just because I didn't say I love you specifically, I still love you.